Hey Leo, how are ya? Thank you so much for clicking here. I appreciate you, Leo. Leo, I'm here with a bunch of oracle cards. We're going to look at these for the overall energy for the week ahead. And if you've been here before, if you are my ride or die, Leo, you know that I always read for the week ahead, right? Whether you get this today, tomorrow, or next year, it's always going to be for the week ahead. So if you are my ride or die, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you showing up. Thank you for your thumbs up and the way that you've been loving on this tribe and growing it all by yourself. And if you are brand new and you're just rolling up on all these shenanigans, welcome. I hope you will stay, Leo. And there is a subscription button down on the bottom right hand corner if you do intend on staying. All right, here we go. Let's find out what's going on for Leo in the week ahead. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We do have Spirit has a plan. It almost feels like you can relax just a little. I feel like I want to exhale. It feels like things have been a little bit crazy or a little bit busy for you. We've got card 35, which is an 8, which tells me that you've been working really hard or working really hard on something, put the hard work in on something. For some of you, it could be school. Somebody, I'm just looking at this thing, this medallion here that's at the center of the forehead of the koala. Koala spirit is what this is. And this koala is sort of lit up in a little bit of violet. So it feels like your third eye is open. I want to say Spirit has a plan. I think that you know that plan, or you're about to know that plan. And it feels like it might allow you to exhale just a little. We have co-create with Spirit. Well, that's what we're talking about, right? I feel like this koala is sitting in the tree. Spirit has a plan. You're going to co-create with Spirit. I feel like the crows, they're very smart, right? I think it's the crows or the ravens that have face recognition. Anyways, I feel like you are going to be a smaller part of something bigger, a bigger group of something. We do have card number 17, which is the star. That's Aquarius energy. And so card number 17 in the tarot comes after a tower. So 16 is a tower, 17 is the star, which is the healing energy that shows up when you start making sense of why the tower fell in the first place. So I feel like you've been working really hard, and while you've been working really hard, possibly you've been putting out little fires, things that have been showing up that you didn't expect, and possibly that's made you busier or made you to work a lot harder than you usually would. We do have friendship. It says, I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. So I'm going to say beware. Beware that there are people around you who will help you with your burdens. I know, Leo, you're not the one who is going to ask for help, right? You'll take the washer and dryer up the stairs by yourself. But I'm just saying that maybe it's friendships that you need to look at a little closer, because I feel like rather than seeing you struggle with being so busy that they don't have any part of your life, that possibly there is a friendship that you can lean on, or maybe there's a new friend coming in. It could be that as well. We have honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. It's time to be honest with you. Again, we've got violet. We've got violet around this koala here. I could be koala. I could be speaking to somebody in Australia, possibly. But we do have friendship here. It does feel like you need to co-create with Spirit, maybe get more acquainted, maybe build a friendship with Spirit. It could be that as well. I'll put that over there. And let's go to this deck here. As soon as I get these oracles out, then we will go to some tarot. Tell me more about Leo. We've got inspire. Oh, you're going to be inspired by a friendship. You're going to be inspired by a friendship to see something you haven't seen before. And I feel like it's going to have something to do with music for some of you. Maybe you have a friend who's a musician, or maybe you're about to meet a friend who plays an instrument or who is a singer. We have somebody who's being inspired by music here. I feel like somebody here might be meeting somebody new, or maybe you already have a friend in your life that is someone who inspires you or inspires you with music. We have impulse, honesty. Oh, this is something that's going to happen in a moment through synchronicities. So I want to say that I feel like you need to be honest with yourself for sure, that these synchronicities aren't just fly by night. If you are seeing numbers and synchronicities and symbols, things that keep showing up, I'm going to say, things that keep showing up and repeating themselves, please don't ignore them. I feel like it's the universe telling you that there is something that's about to change quickly here. And I feel like this honesty here is telling me that you need to trust yourself, trust your intuition. Last card, and then we'll get to tarot. Tell me about Leo, please. Tell me about Leo. We have peace, expansion. I was feeling like there was an exhale here right at the beginning. It feels like whatever you're about to be inspired by, or whomever you are about to be inspired by, something here is about to bring you some peace. It says peace and contentment are coming to you. So somebody is about to bring you a big idea. Maybe possibly a divine counterpart for some of you, somebody who's in your life for a reason. A divine connection sent to you from your angels. It doesn't always have to be romantic. Divine counterparts are all around us. They are called soulmates. And so we enlist these people before we come here. You don't have to believe that. You don't have to believe what I believe when you're here. But I believe that we enlist people, we sign them up, put them on our team, and then we all come here in a cluster. That's why we end up sort of knowing people that are around our age, because we're all kind of going through the same things. We've enlisted each other to help pull each other across the finish line here and get the things done that we came here to do. So we have expansion, pursue bigger and greater endeavors. So it does feel like there is something that's going to quickly change and expand for you here. And I feel like it comes to you in a moment when you're super busy, you don't have time for friendships, you're going to be inspired by someone to gain some peace, to sit down and relax a little bit, Leo. You're always on the go. Go, 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 right? All right. Let's take a look at the tarot for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Leo, you have exactly 1 day left. If you're interested in getting in on the 10% off sale, you need to be booked in with me by 11:59 p.m. on the 20th. And 1 day to get 10% off. There's a coupon code. Sorry, I keep clearing my throat here. Talking a lot today. Yeah, the pinned comment has your coupon code. All right. Let's find out what's going on for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for the week ahead. We've got the Chariot. Ooh, I just heard like somebody's like slamming on the brakes. That's what it feels like here. Slamming on the brakes. It's like something is suddenly going to slam on the brakes. Something's suddenly going to stop here because it's time for you to drop something here. It's time for you to become unburdened. It's time to stop. Slow down here. Tell me about the Ten of Wands. We've got the Three of Swords. Tell me more about this. You know what it is? You know what it is? I think you're trying to keep ahead of your head shit, Leo. That's what it is. I think you keep moving and going and moving and going because I feel like there's some sort of heartbreak or disappointment or something within you that you're trying to ignore. You've been carrying around the burdens, but you're strong, you're tough, you never stop, right? You never ever stop. You're never going to lay down. And so I feel like somebody here is carrying some burdens here of heartbreak. And I feel like that's why you keep moving so quickly here. Tell me about this. I've got the Nine of Swords in the reverse. It's time to release it. Release this feeling in your chest of anxiety. It's time to release whatever it is that you've been carrying that is really, really heavy. We've got the Fool. And the Four of Pentacles. Look, I feel like the Fool this is the way they're coming out on the table, right? The Fool is like, look at all the burdens you're carrying. You can have this new door open to this new chapter here if you'll just put down the burdens. I feel like you're close to it though, because we do have two. And to me, that's like throwing, like these two are falling out of the hand. It's like this person doesn't have the option as to whether they're going to be at the crossroads at any time soon. You are going to be at the crossroads at some point. We do have the Ace of Wands, excuse me, which is poking out of the bunch as well, which leaves 7 wands. It feels like you don't want to drop these things because you're feeling defensive about what it's going to feel like if you decide to just stop. A lot of people just keep going just to keep ahead of the head crap. And don't want to think about or be alone with their own thoughts. I feel like there is opportunity for some sort of new chapter to open for you. You just need to release some of the burdens you've been carrying here. But I feel like it feels like it's something that you won't share with people. And the Four of Pentacles is here. And the Four of Pentacles is shut off and shut down. I'm not sharing my energy. I'm not sharing my time. I'm not sharing my secrets. I'm not sharing my heartbreak. I feel like what you're trying to do is just resolve something or let something go. But in order to do that, Leo, I feel like you must stop. You just have to stop and be at peace. But in order to be at peace, you can't have all of this stuff floating in your head. And that's the reason why you keep moving. Tell me about the 10 of Wands, please. Got the Moon energy. Because what am I without my chaos? It's the reason that a lot of people don't stop to be in the silence with themselves, or the reason that they don't resolve the things or let the things go or let the 10 wands go, whatever they're carrying that's really heavy. A lot of people are like, who am I? Who am I without the chaos? The Moon energy is here. It's like things are not as they seem, but I can't really count on it. I'm in the dark. I'm feeling scared. Like, how do I drop these burdens here? We've got the Six of Swords. You know, the universe says, look, there's no way around it. You've got to go through. The Six of Swords is here saying, you've just got to get in the boat. Look, the Six of Swords for me as a reader is I look at these swords and I say, why would you take these heavy steel swords, right, with you in this boat? And I feel like it's because these are communications and connections, lessons you've learned that you don't want to forget. It almost feels like your guide is pushing you along here. Like somebody is saying, I know you're in the dark. I know you're in the dark and I know you're afraid and I know you don't know what's coming up, but I'm going to carry you. I'm going to push you along. And so I feel like you're being pushed along to drop some sort of burden that you've been carrying for a long while. It's time for healing. But I feel like you've been blocking yourself from the healing. We've got the Seven of Cups. You know, a lot of the reason why people sometimes don't want to resolve their traumas or the things that they've been through or the heartbreaks or the heartaches, the things that disappoint them is because it's overwhelming, because then I'm going to have to show you my emotion. And when my emotion comes out, it's just going to flood everybody. Like it feels like this is a real big flood of emotion. And I also feel like you don't want to make the wrong decision. It's like it's confusing for you. You don't want to make the wrong decision. If I stay in the wands and the swords, and the pentacles, then I don't have to deal with my emotions. It feels like somebody here, you know that if you decide to get out of the chaotic mindset, get out of the chaos, get out of your head and move forward, then it might cause you to be alone and quiet with your emotions. Somebody here doesn't like their emotions. Tell me about the Nine of Swords in the reverse, please. Somebody's trying to release some worry. We've got the Hermit. We've got the Two of Wands. And we've got the Eight of Wands. So, oh, isn't that interesting? The Eight of Wands is taking a shot at the Seven of Cups. The way it's laying on the table here. So, I feel like you are going to put down these burdens because the 10 of Wands is showing up again. 8 and 2 is 10. And the Hermit is here. I feel like you are going to be at peace, or at least in the silence by yourself with yourself. And it's going to cause you to really look your burdens in the face. And I feel like a lot of them aren't your burdens. I think they are burdens that have been placed upon you by other people. And I feel like it's going to take, you know, this Chariot in the reverse could be many things. It could be maybe the car breaks down and now you can't go to family dinner. Or the car breaks down out of town and you can't get to work. Or it feels like something is going to stop and it's out of your control because this is major arcana with the Chariot. And the Chariot in the reverse, it's Cancer energy. To me, it is emotional energy. It's like I get overly emotional about the situation that's going on. But I think it's divine intervention. I feel like I said something was going to happen quick by impulse. And I feel like it's because you're supposed to sit with yourself and figure out what the next move is. Because I feel like the universe is offering you an out. Like the universe is, you know, the Fool is here, right? Saying the reason that I feel like you don't want to take the door is because you've never been there before and the Moon is making you scared. You've never been to this chapter of your life before and you don't want to look a fool. Tell me about the Fool. It's a little bit of ego, which you can have, Leo, right? And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm saying that sometimes it's hard for you to look past the ego in order to make change. We've got the Nine of Wands, but look, I feel like if you don't sit down, you're going to be sat down. I'm going to say the Nine of Wands is here saying you're exhausted. You're exhausted from carrying everything, from it being so busy, from making all the decisions, maybe being down to your last couple of bucks. Feels like with the Strength card here, you've been strong enough. It's time for you to sit down and figure it out. And I feel like the Eight of Wands is incoming energy pointed straight at the Seven of Cups, because it's time for us to, it almost feels like somebody's going to be shooting those cups out of the way until we eventually get down to the one that we have to deal with here. So the Strength card is your energy. You are strong. Like I said, you never stop. You never stop. And the Strength card is here to say it's time for you to make a decision. The Two of Pentacles is here with the Strength card. You need to make a decision to come out of this Nine of Wands. Go to the 9 to the 10, 8, 9, 10. There's a progression here of you taking a shot at the things that make you emotional in Hermit energy. And I feel like it's time for you to put it down because you're exhausted. And it's a decision that you need to make. And the Strength card is telling me that, yeah, you're strong. We all know you're strong, Leo. You don't need to prove it to us. We all know you're strong. But it's time to hold back. Keep some energy for yourself. It's time for you to figure things out. Yeah, Spirit has a plan. And I think the plan is this Chariot energy is what starts it all. Something goes awry. Something that stops working. Something breaks down. It feels like it forces you to sit with yourself. We do have the High Priestess. We have the Page of Pentacles, and we have the Empress. We have the Four of Swords on the bottom of the deck, the Three of Cups, and the Sun. So, and the Emperor. All right. There we go. I think somebody's been avoiding their feelings for somebody. That's what it looks like. I feel like you are hopelessly and terribly in love with somebody, and I feel like there is a pull between you two. We have the Emperor and the Empress. I feel like there is a pull between you two, and you're trying to ignore it. The High Priestess energy tells me that there's a connection here that is a psychic connection. It is a energetic connection. I feel like your intuitive energy is connected to the Empress. And this could be someone that you share a child with. Doesn't have to be, but for some of you, you share a child with this person. But this Page of Pentacles tells me that I feel like your intuition is telling you, go to the Empress and try and get a face-to-face meeting. Talk to this person. I feel like there's, 4 and 1 pentacle here with the Page. It feels like somebody here has been disconnected from someone that they really miss. We have the Four of Swords, the Three of Cups, and the Sun and the Emperor. I feel like if you decide that you do want this healing, if you decide you want stability of the mind, it's time to have some type of reunion here. And I feel like that's the breakthrough that you have. Your energy is the Sun. I feel like it's the breakthrough that you have. Well, something is broken down here. It's like the breakdown leads to the breakthrough is what it feels like. And it feels like you really have to take the lead and ask for the date. Ask for, can we speak face to face with the Page of Pentacles? It's going to be face to face. We haven't seen each other in a long time. We've been disconnected or in lack with each other. And it feels like the universe is saying, you're going to have to be the one that takes the lead. If you're the masculine, if you're the feminine, I think you're waiting for the masculine to arrive. But listen, the Empress is Libra and Taurus, which is Libra is feminine, or sorry, Taurus is feminine energy. Libra is the energy of air, which is masculine. So it could be masculine or feminine. Take it as it resonates. I feel like this week you're thinking about it, but I feel like next week some of you might be making communication. This is on the bottom of the deck, right? After a long time of the door closing, it's going to offer you the opportunity to close a chapter and start something new with a new conversation. Maybe we can build as friends here. Maybe that's what it is. The Three of Pentacles is here. All right. Tell me what the outcome is here, please, for Leo. What is the outcome for Leo in the week ahead, please? Eight of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, Page of Swords. Yeah, I feel like there's going to be a conversation. And it feels like it's going to be very head over heart, because I think that's what you're most comfortable with. You're going to detach from your emotions, head over heart. You're curious about this person and what's been going on with them since since you last saw them, since you've been gone. The Knight of Pentacles is the one that's been moving really slowly towards this communication. I feel like you might be watching them online somewhere if you have access to that, but it feels like with the Eight of Cups showing up that this is a release. It's time for you to disconnect from your feelings, to get into this energy of swords, you know, the head over heart energy where we can talk about things logically. Can we have a face-to-face meeting? I really feel like somebody here needs to be at peace. And I feel like there might be a friend that's involved here, or maybe this person is your friend. Take it as it resonates. But it feels like somebody here is going to be inspired by the universe, because it says here, Spirit has a plan. I feel like Spirit is doing this thing to you here, whatever the Chariot is in the reverse, in order to get your attention. So you will think things out. So you'll sit down and think about it. Emperor and Empress. For sure, we have two people on the same vibration, and I think they miss each other a lot. I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much for being here, Leo. I appreciate you so, so much. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back because I can't stay away from your beautiful energy. And I'm always back. Love you guys. Bye-bye.